Hi everyone. Today I'm going to do a video showing how to use, well, how I'm going to use the new Cricut craft felt. This is the way it comes. It comes in a nice cardboard box and you get 40 sheets. So this isn't like the small packs they used to sell. Here, I'll take it out of the box. So this is what you get, and as you can see, this is a pretty big chunk. You get black, white, a dark red, a brown, a beige, a kind of grass green, a darker green, and then more like an emerald green. And then you get gray, a kind of a grayish slate blue, a light blue, a dark blue, and an even darker blue, or maybe violet, a purple, a pink, a yellow orange, an orange, a regular red, and then a darker pink. Today what I'm going to make is I'm going to make a couple of felt poinsettias with my granddaughter. So I'm going to use this red, and then I'm going to use yellow, and I need a green for the leaves, and then I'm also going to make a white one, so I'll use the white. Okay, I already have my file set up in Design Space and ready to go. I just need to clear all this stuff away so I can start cutting. So give me a minute and we'll be right back. Okay, so I have my felt out and I pulled out my paper trimmer because most of these colors I really don't need a full sheet, and I don't really want to have to deal with crooked cuts later trying to save my extra. That one was a little tough to cut. And then my yellow one, I only need a tiny little bit. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to use my paper trimmer to trim these off so that they're easier to deal with. And I just wanted to show you how easy they cut. As long as you put some pressure on your blade when you're sliding it up, they seem to cut really well. Aside from that green one. That one was a bit challenging. Okay, so now we will get it ready to go and to get it to cut in the machine. Now, I did try to cut this felt previously using the blade that came in my machine, and it didn't quite want to cut through. Now, that might just be I needed to change my blade, but I went ahead and put in my deep point blade, and we'll see how that does. Okay, I am going to, there is a kind of fuzzy side and a kind of smooth side. I'm going to put my kind of smooth side down. And our first color that it wants to cut is the white. And then the second color is the red. I'm going to go ahead and put them both on the mat at the same time since there's plenty of room. And then when it finishes cutting the white, I can just eject it and flip my mat around. Okay, now let's tip you up towards the machine. Okay, I think we'll stay. I like to tip my mat kind of at a 45-degree angle. I put my front end just under those guides and then I hit the load button. I really love that new load and go feature. It really does shave off a few seconds, and when you're cutting a lot, that can add up. Now, as you can see, it did go over these cuts twice. All right, let's see how it did. Oh, look at that, guys. Probably would have helped if I'd have cleaned my mat first. Usually if my mat is dirty, that's when I will see edges that aren't quite perfect, but it looks like these are actually wiping off pretty good. Okay, so let's set those aside. Now we're on to doing our red layer. And while that's cutting, I'll wipe these little edges off a little bit. Then of course you could use your little scissors to trim these up. If you get a little bit of a frayed edge, kind of like I did, you can just kind of go in and snip that.
And is there any on this one?
Oh, and you know what, guys? I wasn't paying attention. This one cut my yellow layer out of my red. So we will flip that over. I was not paying attention. Okay, so that's set up for the red, and then after the red is going to be the yellow layer. So I'll go ahead and stick that one down too. And then I'm going to show you guys a neat trick for cleaning the fabric off your belt. Okay, so now we're going to do the red layer. Pretty good. Eject.
So it gets done so quick, Mimi.
Yeah, it is really fast, huh? Okay, let's get this red out. Now, as you can see, this half of my mat was all clean and my cuts are perfect. They're nice and clean. They don't have any ragged edges like the white ones did. Just goes to show, clean mat will go a long way. Here, we have the green. Green is our last one. I'm just going to go ahead and put it on the mat. And this time I'm going to look up. Okay, it wants to do yellow. And we're going to hit the load button.
The camera was
oh no!
He's still going.
It looks like my felt did not stick really well. It did, however, cut one of these out pretty good, so we'll keep that one. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to flip my felt over. You really, really want a good sticky mat for this. You also really want to watch, which I was not doing. If I had been watching it, I would have noticed it lift up. Okay, there we go. I think I'm going to spin this video showing you guys all the things not to do. Okay, there we go. There's our two yellow pieces. Now green is next, and I really want to make sure that this is stuck down. Okay. And we're going to do the same thing. Push it under and hit the play pause button. And then we will hit eject. And look at that, perfect cut. Now give me one moment and I will put this back down here. And then I will show you guys how I clean all this off my mat. Okay, I'm back. I'm going to move all this stuff out of my way so I have a flat surface. Just use a lint roller. Just your basic, cheap lint roller. And make sure you go the right way so it doesn't do that. Now, it might not get every little piece off, but it will get all of the thicker pieces of fabric off. There you go. And as you can see, it got all of the bumpy pieces off. There's still a little bit of red here that kind of sunk down into the cut marks, but all of the pieces that were sticking up are gone. You want to make sure you always put your cover back on your mat right away so that it stays clean so you can use it longer. Put my cover back on my lint roller. Okay, now here is all of our parts. Let me make sure you guys are in good view. Okay, now what we need for these is we need 2 of these yellow pieces, 2 red, 2 white, and 2 green. And then what we're going to use today is I'm using Beacon 3-in-1 glue. I would normally use hot glue for this, but because I'm letting my granddaughter work with these, I don't really want to have hot glue next to my granddaughter. Okay, you ready, Luna?
Yeah.
Okay, now you have to squeeze this bottle really tight, okay?
Okay.
Okay, what we're going to do is you're going to put a bunch of glue just right here on this part. Yeah, there you go. Now kind of get it all over. It's hard to squeeze, huh? Okay, that looks like you probably got enough. Okay, and then we're going to take one of these white pieces and we're going to stick this down in the middle just like that. Okay?
Okay.
Okay, now you're going to do the same thing. You're going to put glue right here in the center.
And then you're...
No, not yet, because we still have another one of these to go. So get glue right there. Here, I'll help you hold it down. They are super hard to squeeze, huh? Hot glue is a whole lot faster for this, folks. Okay, I think you're good. Now, let me show you what we're going to do with these, and then I'll let you do this one. Okay, so like on the red one, when you go to put the next layer of flour down, you want it to be like this. So, not like this. You want to go like this, okay? So you want to put that white one on top of this one.
Like this?
Yeah, you want it so that the points go in between. Yeah, kind of like that. And because we used a wet glue, we can shift it a little bit if we don't like where it's sitting, right? Okay, one more time, glue in the middle. I know, I'm sorry. It is hard to push. Here, I'll hold it down for you. Yeah, try to stay. Here, you want some help?
Yeah. Are we using the red or yellow for the middle?
We're using the yellow.
Because
remember, the red ones were an accident. Okay, and then that goes right in the middle. Try not to get glue on your fingers. Let's scoot it just a little bit. There we go. See, there's the yellow one. Isn't that pretty? This will be super pretty. You could put this on a barrette, or you could use it on the front of a card. Here, let's try something else, Luna. This is a different glue. This is B7000, which I also have great luck with felt. And learned to buy these in a small tube because they clog up really easy. Okay, now this one, you still have to squeeze kind of hard. Actually, I think this one might be harder to squeeze. This one is harder to squeeze. Okay, so we'll stick to the other one. Here, I'll help you with this part. Yeah, this time we're doing the red flower. Okay, and what we're going to do, we're going to lay this down and we're going to turn this upside down and put it right in the middle. Okay, so the circle goes in the middle. Yeah, just like that. It's easier to see when you turn it upside down. Okay, and then I'll help you with the glue again. Okay, now do the exact same thing you did last time, so that the points are kind of in between. Oh, look at that. Great job, Luna. Okay, now your center. There you go, guys. There's the red one. Aren't these pretty? Wouldn't these be nice on the front of a card? Or you could even make a banner out of these at Christmas time. Hope you guys enjoyed. I do suggest hot glue. It would be much easier for this particular project, just maybe not with small kids. I will put a link to this project in the description under the video. And I will also give you my final thoughts here. I really like this felt. I love how easy it cut. And I hope you enjoyed. Happy crafting.